Hey guys, Lisa Callaghy here to share with you a video on how to edit a kit that you copied over from a search that you did on ready-made Gimkits. All right, let's get started. So here I am on a teacher's Gimkit account, and I'm on her page where you see a list of kits. So that's the first choice here in the left-hand side menu bar, where you get to see all of your kits that you've either created or copied from the public area. So for this video, I'm going to show you how to edit a kit, right, that you've already um, copied over. It was kind of a ready-made. And then continuing on after I show you the copying, I'm going to go into a little bit more information about what you can do with these kits, and not just ones that you copy over, ones that you create. I'm going to go into all of the areas here. If you notice, I am hovering my mouse over the three dots that are in a circle to the right of your kit. Each kit has one of those three dots inside of a circle area here, and you see it's a menu option, and there's a lot of choices. But for the beginning of this video, I'm just going to show you the choice for editing and how to edit a kit. And then I'm going to come back in here to just explain to you what each of these other menu options do for you. So if you don't want to know about that, or you want to come back to the video later, you're able to see how to edit, and then you can come back and see what all these other things do. All right, so like I said, I'm going to click on or hover my mouse over these three dots that are inside the circle, and I'm going to click on edit. So that's going to open up a whole new window for me. So you can see, starting at the top left, I'm in the multiplication kit that I copied from the ready-made area. And if you notice, I hover my mouse over the title, it gives me the opportunity to rename. So if I click on that, I could type in a new name if I'd like. Once I type in the new name, I could click on rename if I'd like, or cancel, but you see how that works. And then below, you'll see some choices to add a question, create with flashcards, continue with Kit Collab, add from question bank, or import from a spreadsheet. So these are all the ways that you can add to this ready-made kit that you copied from the area where all of the public kits are. I'm not going to go into these. It's going to be a separate video, because these are involved. I'm actually going to go into this part when I show you how to create your own kit, because in reality, when you are editing a kit that's already made, most likely you're editing the questions and answers that have already been provided. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So right here in the middle of your screen, you'll notice that these are all the questions. And if I scroll down, you'll see these are all the questions that were in this kit already created. So if I check off, okay, next to the question, if I click on the checkbox, this is where I'm able to delete the question. So if I wanted to remove the question from this kit totally, click on the checkbox next to the question, and then come up here on the right-hand side and click delete, okay? Converting to text input, I'll explain to you what that means in a second, because I'm going to show you how to edit the actual question and what text input looks like. But this is a quick way to convert all of your questions if you wanted to text input. All right, so that's how you delete. Now I want to edit this question. So if I come down here, I can, if I come over here to the right-hand side of the question, you see a little pencil that's on a line icon. This is where you click to edit the question. But before I do that, I just want to show you quickly, if I just click anywhere in this blank space between the question and the edit button, it opens up that question. So you're able to see, okay, this is the question, and these are my multiple choice answers, and this is the correct answer, because it's in green. So you're able to kind of look into the question without going into the edit button. So I'm going to edit this question by clicking on edit question here. It brings up a window. So here is where I get to do a few different things. The first thing I could do is I can toggle and make this question, change it from a multiple choice question to a text input question. What is that? That means that the student is actually going to have to type in the answer. It's not going to be a choice that they have uh, between, a multiple choice question. They won't have to get to choose the right answer from a bunch of answers. So that is what text input means. And like I just showed you before, how to delete a question, you're able to check the box next to every single question if you like and change it from multiple choice to text input instead of doing it one at a time here. So that's what the text input means. Okay, I'm going to switch it back to multiple choice. This is the question. I'm able to click in this area, this dialog box here, or this field, I should say, and I could type a completely different question. Okay, so if I did, say I did, there were 2 rows of 4 circles, right? Now I would have to now change the answers and choose incorrect answers and so forth. So I'm able to now edit the answers. Okay, so I would have to click, obviously the correct answer is not 12 anymore, it would be 8. And then I could type in different incorrect answers here. Now you're not able to, oh, sorry, you are able to check off which ones are correct and which ones are incorrect. So, but it will move it won't always be that your correct answer is going to be the first choice in the multiple choice. But you're able to have, multiple correct answers if you needed to. That's how you would change it from correct to incorrect. Okay. You coming back up underneath the question, you are able to add a photo if you wanted to add a photo to your question, and or if you wanted to add audio, you can add audio to your question. And lastly, I want to show you what this little open book icon means. So clicking on that, well, hovering my mouse is going to tell me what it is. It's a symbol keyboard, but clicking on it is going to actually open the symbol keyboard. So you'll see I have different types of symbols or tabs that I can choose from that represent different type of symbols. So I have just symbols in general, and I can scroll down and you see all the symbols available to you. Then coming over to currency, you have different currency symbols. Then you have mathematics symbols, Greek symbols, and other symbols. So if you needed to add any of these to your question, you certainly can. And if you notice, you have that same symbol keyboard icon next to all of your multiple choice um, answer choices. Okay, so you get to add those symbols as well to your answer choices if need be. All right, so once you're done, okay, and you fill in all your information, then you click on save. And now that question has been edited. Okay, so I'm going to hop back over now to where we saw, and just you could come over here to the Finish Kit button. I just wanted to see if it was on the bottom as well. But the Finish Kit button over here on the left-hand side, that's where you finished your editing. And now that'll bring you back to your kits page, listing all the kits that you have under your account. So at this time, if you want to stop the video, because I've gone over the editing of a kit, now's the time to do that. But I'm going to continue on with explaining what any of these menu options are. So going back to the 3 dots in the circle, I'm going to click on open. And what that's going to do is just open up the actual kit. And it brings you back to that page where when you were looking at the kit before you copied it, where you're able to click on the play, the export, share. Notice you have a couple other things here. You have an edit button and you have a reports button. So those were not available when you were just previewing it as a ready-made. And you could tell the difference because up here under the title, it says by your name, your teacher name, not by the person who you copied it from. So you have those same features plus the edit and reports. Okay, let me pop back over. So we went over the edit reports. Once you have played this kit with your students, you're able to see some reports. So it'll give you some information. I will have a more in-depth reports video for you that will go over what the reports look like once your students have actually um, worked in a kit. Okay, but that's a quick way for you to look at your report for that particular kit. Okay, we've the copy button. So if you wanted to copy this again, meaning that if you wanted to make have two of the same type of um, kits, but you're going to edit it a second time. So maybe you have students that are in your class that you would need to change the number of questions for them because they have specific 504 plans or IEP plans that you want to give them this kit, but you need to edit it or alter it. You can copy it from your original form here and then have um, a separate kit for that population. So that's a copy button. You're able to add it to a folder. So if you create folders, let me click on that. Here's where you're able to create a folder. So if I wanted to create a folder for a specific class, maybe I wanted to have it for my room 302, or if I wanted to have it for a specific subject area, I could just choose math, however you want. I click on create, and now it added this particular kit to that folder. You can rename or delete that folder if you'd like. But again, you still have that same three dot in the circle choice menu. But notice once you're in your folder, you have a remove from folder option. So I'm going to do that just so you can see what that looks like. Right. I'm going to go back to my kits. And notice that my math folder, once I created it, it popped up here on the left-hand side of my screen. So once you create your folders, you have access to the folders here on your left-hand side menu bar. All right, next is privacy. And this is important because any kit that you copy from the ready-made area, it's public. And that's the reason why you're able to copy it, because the teacher who created it has it set as a public kit. So if you do not want your kit to be out in public where other teachers can copy, you would have to change your privacy for this kit to private. And that means that your kit that you've created will not be available for teachers to copy in the public area. Okay, so I changed that to private. So it's hidden from everybody. And then archive. So archiving will allow you to take this kit. Maybe you want to use it for next year. You like the way that it is, but you don't want to have it in your list of kits that you can play currently. So you can kind of archive it. So clicking on archive is going to move that kit down to the bottom of your list. You'll notice an archive button next to the title. And if you wanted to completely delete your kit, you must archive it first, because you notice now when I hover my mouse over the three dots in the circle here next to the archived multiplication kit, I do have the delete button, but I also have the unarchive button. So this is how you would move it from archived to unarchived, and this is where you would actually completely delete. Are you sure you want to delete this kit? Yes. So that will remove the kit completely from your list. All right, so this has been a video on how to edit ready-made kits that you copied from the public kit area in Gimkit. I hope this helps, guys. Have a great day.